Guys, Jed Walters, Trafford Golf Centre, Manchester. Today I've got a little drill on how to increase your X Factor stretch. Now, some of you out there may have heard about the X Factor stretch. Some of you might only think it's a Saturday night show on TV that creates some singers. But the X Factor stretch is a very, very, very vital part of the downswing. And what it is, it's the relationship and the amount of separation that we get between the upper half, the shoulders and the torso, and the lower half, the hips, the pelvis, as we create the downswing. So our X Factor stretch, if you can imagine, there is to create almost a letter X between the two segments of the body. And the greater the amount of stretch we make, the greater potential for distance that we have. Obviously that will be dependent on how well you contact the golf ball, but you will increase your club head speed. So if you're contacting the golf ball nicely, you're going to increase the ball speed, you're going to increase the distance you're going to hit your golf ball. So if I was just to pop this stick just through my belt loop for a second, just so you can get a little bit of a greater visual of how the lower half of the body is going to react relative to the upper half. So from here, if I was just to put this stick across my shoulders there, just in position, almost take a golf posture, so taking a setup posture there. So making a backswing, we'll see that the shoulders turn, the lower half turns a little bit, so maybe around 30 degrees or so there. The upper body is turning almost 90 degrees in that backswing there. And then from here, our X Factor stretch is this relationship that we create coming down and through. So the lower half turns more, and as the lower half goes and the upper body stays, we increase the amount of stretch we get there. So we're increasing the potential for power, and then we keep it going all the way through the impact and into the follow through. So when we see that from behind and down the target line, we're making a backswing in here, so you can see the relationship between the two. Then we're starting with the lower half, turning through into the finish. So the greater the stretch, the more potential for power. So if I was just to rest that there, I'm going to try and hit a few shots now. I'm going to push this in because it can be quite difficult with this just clipping on the downswing. So if I was just to bring over a ball here. Okay, so I'm going to take my setup. What I'm going to try and do is in the downswing, I'm going to avoid this stick here. I'm going to try and get really out of the way, get the X Factor stretch and coming through. And from the two camera angles, you'll be able to see the degree of stretch and the movement of my hips, especially with this stick being here, sticking out to the side. Okay, let's give this a go. That was nicely contacted. Thought I might hit it from there, but that was quite nicely contacted. And again, let's hit one more. So again, we're looking to see the amount of clearance in this left side, really increasing that stretch, increasing the potential to hit this ball as far as possible. There we go. Two pretty good strikes from there, two nice shots. Nicely on target. Hopefully we can see how much the stretch has kicked in there. Let's just take this out. So I'm not saying you have to hit some balls with an alignment stick through your belt loops, but if you can get something, you know, even a little piece of bamboo cane that you can stick in there, so it's not sticking out here, but you can see it on this side because you're not going to impact it on the follow through side there. So anything like that will give you a nice visual while you're practicing, and we'll also see from the top of the backswing whether or not your arms and smaller muscles are dominating or whether your sequence is right. Guys, great drill, give it a go. Let's increase some club head speed. Let's hit the ball further this year than you have done before. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. You can also catch me on social media. The links are in at the end of the video. Look forward to seeing you guys again next time.